Good morning. It's Jill from Song Circle. I thought I'd give you a little tour of Stockbridge and where I live and where Song Circle happens, and tell you a wee bit about the backstory of the history of Song Circle, because quite a few people ask me about that. So here I am standing at the far end of Leslie Place up there, and if we walk down here to number 8 Leslie Place, that is where we started Song Circle back in 2008 with my niece Jenny. Jenny had just come home from Australia with her 2 small children, and she and I decided that it would be good fun if we started a singing class for children under the age of 5. So this is the flat. She was at number 8 here, and there's the bay window. And I think we started with 3 sessions in the week, a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday at 10 o'clock. And we sat in Jenny's front room, she and I sitting in front of the fireplace with a hamper of toys and singing some songs for little kids, and with a coffee break in Jenny's front kitchen, which was very cosy at the back of the flat. And all the pushchairs were parked in the children's bedroom. And maybe you can hear the birds singing. It's quite early in the morning here. It's a beautiful morning. And for 2 years we did Song Circle in Jenny's flat, right there at number 8. And then she moved quite briefly round the corner here to, this is St Bernard's Crescent, one of Stockbridge's rather beautiful crescents. And Jenny moved over there to, if you can see where the bus stop is behind me. Can you see the bus stop? She moved to a basement flat there for a little while before leaving Edinburgh and going back home to her hometown just outside of Stirling. And so that left me with the dilemma of giving up Song Circle altogether, or taking the whole operation to my own flat in Leslie Place, because we'd built up quite a few customers by that time, and lots of lovely families coming. So I decided that I would take it to my own flat, which is also in Leslie Place. So I'm walking in as quickly as I can down to the other end of Leslie Place, because I live at number 3. I've been at number 3 Leslie Place since 1987. So I've been there for about 20 years when I decided to take Song Circle there, because the layout of my flat was practically identical to the layout of Jenny's flat. And so I threw out half my furniture because I had too much furniture in the front room, and I had a fireplace though, so I sat in front of my fireplace in my front room at number 3 Leslie Place for the next 2 years, and we're coming to it now. This is number 3. And there's someone you might know in the window there. It's Freddie. And so for the next 2 years, Song Circle was hosted in my flat. I know, it's a beautiful sunny morning. The sun's just coming up here over the rooftops. And of course it's very quiet here in Stockbridge at the moment because we're in COVID-19 lockdown. So normally it's a very, very busy part of town. But as you can see, quite empty streets. There's a bit of traffic going on further up the road there, but not very much. And behind me, Railway Place. Oh, here comes a big bin lorry. That always adds to the... Got to keep the bin lorries going, even if everything else is closed. So I'm walking around the corner now from Leslie Place because big bin lorry. Go by. There we go. Going to empty my bins, I think. After 2 years in my place, where we had the kitchen, the coffee in the kitchen in my flat, and parked the pushchairs in my bedroom, we started to think how nice it would be to have bespoke premises and be able to have slightly bigger Song Circles and maybe have a bit of a coffee shop thing going on. So that's Lean Terrace, another very pretty street behind me here. And I'm crossing the bridge now, just around the corner from my flat in the lovely Stockbridge. You see Stockbridge there. It's probably back to front because I'm doing the live recording thing, over the little bridge, and you can often stop and say hello to the Anthony Gormley Manny. We have, oh, he's wearing a mask. It's very appropriate. Anthony Gormley's man is wearing a mask. These cars doing their rounds to make sure that nobody's opening a shop or doing anything they shouldn't during this lockdown. The Anthony Gormley man stands in the Water of Leith here. We have a lot of wonderful art in Edinburgh and in Stockbridge. Sometimes he wears a dress. I don't know if he's ever worn a traffic cone yet. But as you can see, it's very, very quiet in the streets this morning. In beautiful Stockbridge. I'll do a complete turn around and let you see everything. There's Pizza Express behind me, which used to be my bank when I first lived here. So we looked and looked for premises after 2 years of Song Circle in my house at Leslie Place. And I'm walking now around to Hamilton Place, which is where we identified a couple of premises that might have been good for Song Circle. And one of the ones we looked at was a bridal shop at the time, but it wasn't quite right for us, but it did become the wonderful treehouse. And Sophie and Kim started their wonderful treehouse shop with shoes for children and clothes and books and toys. And they opened exactly the same week as we did, and we looked at their premises and they looked at the premises we were looking at, and we both looked at Soderbergh's premises as well, and both of us decided not to take those. We just walking past Smith and Gertrude, a lovely wine shop which is doing deliveries at the moment but not open for the public at the moment, past the bus stop, and just around this next tiny bend we come to the shop unit that we decided to take. I'm saying we because I decided to go into business with my daughter Sandy. And here we are, this is Skylark. I'll go across the street so you can see it a bit better. Crossing over to the library, we're near the library and the school and dentists and doctors and all those things. There it is, Skylark. It used to be called Skylark Cafe when we started first. We opened up in 2008. No, Song Circle started in Jenny's house in 2008. We took the premises here at Skylark in 2012. And it was Skylark Cafe, and we built up a lovely little cafe business. And I did Song Circles, as you know from quite recent history, Song Circles in the back room. Of course now we're in lockdown since the 17th of March. I closed my door for the last time and can't be open as a cafe anymore. We had actually already wound down the cafe business and taken the word cafe off, and I was using the whole of the shop premises for Song Circle, and we built up to really nice big circles, and lots of lovely families coming to sing songs with us in the back room. And then the COVID-19 crisis hit and everything locked down, and I locked my door on the 17th of March, and I haven't really been able to open up since. So, as regular viewers will know, I took Song Circle online, and I did the first one in the back room of the cafe, but it was awfully lonely without everyone, and you were not supposed to be going in and out of commercial premises and using them anymore. So, can you hear the Water of Leith? Here we are, right beside the river again, on the other side of the road. Lovely Water of Leith, rolling away down to the sea. So here we are, there it is. And lots of birds singing at this time of the morning. It's quite quiet, as you can see. Not very many people about in Stockbridge just now. Usually on a Sunday across there in the leafy little corner park with the trees, we have our Sunday market, but not at the moment because no one's allowed to do that. And so to go online and film regular Song Circles to keep everyone in contact, I took Song Circle back to my flat at number 3 Leslie Place. So we've been around a bit. Started at number 8 with Jenny in 2008 with a handful of people, and briefly into basement flat at St Bernard's Crescent, and then a couple of years in my flat at Leslie Place, and then the premises from 2012 until this year, 2020, 17th of March, where we had to close because of this nasty virus. So I'm back on my corner here. My commute used to be up to Jenny's house. That was a short commute. And then for a couple of years, my commute was from my bed to my fireplace, which was the shortest commute ever. And then my commute was 2 minutes. I timed it once when I was in a real hurry from my front door to the cafe premises round on Hamilton Place. And of course, in the last couple of months, I've been back here at number 3, Leslie Place, and you can see in my window there, that's the room where I do my filming. There's Freddie, the red teddy bear, on the window. Who knows when I'll be able to open my doors again at the Skylark shop unit, and it would be lovely to welcome you all back there. But for the meantime, I thought it would be interesting for some of you who have asked me in the past what Song Circle's background is and what's the story. And that's it in a nutshell. That's the story of Song Circle. And here we are in very quiet Stockbridge, except there's always a car somewhere going by the end of the road. And there's a bins, nearly emptied, I'm hoping. And I'll see you at Song Circle. Bye.